Jain voy que no veo. Hemos venido ya.
Jai Jinendra.
I'm Anarisha.
And I'm Riyasha.
Let's go down to hear JD with his new single, #Jainism, that is off the charts. Everyone make some noise!
So let me tell you about this religion, Jainism. Yo, it's all about this thing called non-violence, yo. Nobody knows when it started. I don't know. 24th year, guys in a row. Everybody wanted to go, but only these very best. No karma or nothing. Then we've got the bunch more mysteries. Oh yeah. Arihanta, Siddha, Acharya, Uparya, and last but not least, Sadhus and Sadhis. This is what makes up our religion.
Jainism, Jainism, Jainism. Oh yeah! So what inspired you to write this song?
Well, I wanted to dedicate something to my religion, and what better way to do it than in song form?
Wow, what else would you like to say about your song?
Just a shout out to all the Jains out there. #nonviolence. Woo!
Well, there you have it. Back to you, Ria.
Now let's move on to Avisha. Warning, the following content may be graphic for some users.
Hello, my name is Abhisha and I did a project on animal cruelty. So first of all, what is animal cruelty? Animal cruelty is the suffering or harm of an animal. Two other terms for animal cruelty are animal neglect and animal abuse. The animal cruelty may happen to pets and animals living in their natural habitat. There are many causes of animal cruelty. Number one, a person may kill an animal for its fur. If they sell the fur, they will get a lot of money, and that's why many people kill an animal. Another reason is for food. In many places where food is not plentiful, people may illegally poach animals just to eat them. A third is personal amusement. Many people find joy in killing animals, or maybe just want to do it for attention because they think it's cool, which it is not. And a fourth reason is because lack of education. Many people believe that an animal does not have a mind, a soul, or anything, and that's why they think it's okay to harm an animal. There are two main types of animal cruelty. Number one is neglect. When you neglect an animal, you do not provide it with basic needs such as food, water, shelter, etc. Another one is intentional cruelty, which you purposely harm an animal, maybe for any of the 4 reasons I listed in the previous slide. And intentional cruelty can be broken down into many different types of animal cruelty acts. Number one, people might make an animal fight against another animal. Examples of these are dog fights, cock fights, etc. And then also, there's an event that pits an animal versus a man, such as bullfighting, which is very popular in Mexico. And lastly, there are many religious things, such as Thanksgiving, in which we kill a lot of turkeys, and the Islam goat killing. First, we'll start with the beef industry. In the beef industry, many things which would be considered animal cruelty happen. First of all, workers rip unnecessary parts off the cows that they do not need. Another thing is that they burn the horns off a male cow before it's slaughtered just because the people are not going to eat the horns. Another thing is that many of the cows die. It might be from disease, it might be from the weather being too hot, the weather being too cold, and they might even die because of the unnatural diets that are fed to them. 25 billion pounds of beef were produced last year in 2013. Previous slide, please. 20 million cows were killed in all, and about 100,000 or 30,000, were killed just so people could stick their head on the wall. Now pigs, like cows, pigs are also the parts of the pig that people are not going to eat are ripped off the pig. Also, many pigs suffer from herniated intestines because of the unnatural diets they get and etc. And then mothers, female pigs, may suffer from fatal uterine prolapses because they constantly give birth, and this will cause this problem. And like in cows, many pigs die because of disease and infection. Now, results of the pig slaughter, through April last year, about 40,000 pigs were killed. And 100,000 were killed just for entertainment purposes. And 66,000 tons of pig meat was produced in the UK. Now, pets. Many people also abuse their pets. They may abuse their pets by either neglecting them or killing them. Also, if abused pets are found, they will be put into animal shelters where they can be adopted. And 2/3 of all animal abuse cases are with dogs, and 1/5 are with cats. So when you combine them, about 86% are just with dogs and cats. There are many organizations helping to protect animals, and the biggest one is Action for Animals, the first one. Unfortunately, there are still many countries that do not have animal protection laws. In China, animals are treated very harshly. If you want a chicken to eat for dinner and you buy it at the store, they'll just kill it right in front of you. And in Australia, they are pushing for animal protection laws, and they will soon be put into place in a few years. Fortunately, the list of countries that do have animal protection laws is much bigger than the list of countries that do not. In the USA, the animal laws are very strict. If you hurt an animal here, you will have to pay a fine, and you will not own the animal again. In Europe, they're especially strict. Switzerland especially has the strictest animal cruelty laws in the world. And India also has many animal cruelty laws, and there are many other Asian countries, as you can see, like Japan and Hong Kong. The end. Thank you.
Now let's go to Ria, who's on the scene live at the King of Prussia Mall.
Hello, how may I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for a pair of leather boots.
Oh, well, we have a large variety of real leather boots.
Actually, I'm looking for a pair of fake leather boots because in my religion, we don't believe in killing innocent animals to wear it as an accessory.
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but thank you for telling me. Here are some fake leather boots.
Oh wow, they're so nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I love them. They fit really nice today.
Yeah, they look really nice, too.
Thanks, I'll take these if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. Just give them to me.
That will be $2. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Hi, Miss.
Hi.
What's your name?
Pathshala.
Why'd you choose fake leather boots over real leather?
Well, in my religion, we don't believe in harming innocent animals to wear as an accessory.
What's your religion?
Jainism.
What's the main belief in Jainism?
Our main belief is non-violence or ahimsa.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi. Today I'll be telling you a little bit about animal cruelty. Animal testing is used in many ways. One is makeup. Another is hair products like your shampoo and conditioner. The third category is household cleaning products, and the last is medicine. Testing on animals has been done for a very long time. Did you know that 94% of any testing is done to animals? That leaves only 6% to be done by medical research. Also, most animal testing is not necessary. It does not guarantee safety because animal cells and human cells aren't that similar. Most animals used for testing are taken from the pound, although some are specifically raised. 95% of animals are also not insured by the Animal Welfare Act. The Animal Welfare Act regulates treatment of animals in research, exhibition, and transportation. There are many alternatives to animal testing. One is vitro testing. Another is computer models which show the progression of diseases inside the human body. The third is the human patient stimulator, and the last is human volunteers.
Microengineered devices that are lined by human cells and reconstitute organ level functions.
One of the things that pharmaceutical industry is finding is that they're having very high failure rates, and often it's because the animal models being used to develop these drugs are not predictive of the human situation.
It's very expensive to perform animal studies and also time consuming.
Whereas here we have models that can potentially better predict the human situation.
It's called human breathing lung on a chip, and this device mimics a breathing human lung.
There's human airway cells from the air sac on a membrane that's porous. On the other side of the membrane are human capillary blood vessel cells. There's air on one side, there's flowing medium with human blood cells in it, like blood on the other side, on the capillary side, and then the whole thing stretches and relaxes just like our lung does when we breathe.
And we mimic various types of physiological responses to drugs, toxins, or various types of materials that we encounter on a daily basis.
So this would be very useful because it's human relevant, because we will be using human cells.
And I think the beauty of this technology is so easy and straightforward that a lot of people can use it without getting trained, especially biologists, clinicians, chemists, who don't have any engineering background. This technology is accessible to them.
Much cheaper than using animal models. To see the size, you need very little compound. So this would not only be more predictive, but have higher turnaround times. You can screen using much smaller amounts of the drugs too. So more predictive and more practical.
But we also have kidney on a chip, bone marrow on a chip, peristaltic gut on a chip, and we're just going on organ to organ and hopefully integrating them in a little microsystem. We link the heart that beats to the lung that breathes. We're getting great interest from pharmaceutical industry and hope to announce our first alliance to use those to see if we can indeed replace some animal studies to accelerate the drug development process and decrease costs.
This institute is by far the greatest and best working environment for bioengineering research, and we can predict the behavior or response of these cells or the body to, for example, drugs more precisely. I think that's where the promise is.
That was a video explaining vitro testing. Now I will tell you about a campaign called Be Cruelty Free. It's the largest campaign of its kind in history. Its goal is to end cosmetics animal testing and is working with governments, companies, scientists, and the public to make it happen. On this visual, the purple represents areas in which animal testing and selling animal-tested cosmetics is banned. As you can see, most of Europe has banned animal testing. The gray-green color represents countries in which BCF is currently active. Lastly, there are the red percentages, which represent the public support for a national cosmetics testing ban. In the USA, 71% of people want it banned. In Canada and Australia, 81% of people want it banned. Some companies that do not use animal testing are Burt's Bees, Bath & Body Works, The Body Shop, Clean & Clear, Johnson & Johnson, Sally Hansen, Arm & Hammer, Dove, and Febreze. For more information, you can visit these two websites. Now back to Ria.